Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany and I'm an expat living in Greece. And today I'm going to talk to you about the April travel restrictions, both to get into Greece and to travel within Greece. If you're coming this year, I highly recommend that you subscribe to my channel so you can stay on top of all of the updates. I make these updates monthly and will be until the restrictions end. Getting into Greece, what do you need to know? So most countries are able to enter. There is no restriction on where you're coming from. You just need to follow the set of rules that are in place for each country. So if you're coming from the EU or the Schengen zone, or there's a list of 37 countries that have adopted the EU digital pass, then you can enter with that digital pass. And what that digital pass usually means is you're either vaccinated or you have tested negative in the last, I think it's 48 hours. It depends on the country, I guess, that you're coming from, what the rules are in your country. And I will put a list of the links for that down below, both the official website and then a list of all of those 37 countries. And then if you're coming from Canada, the US, or Australia, and you have a paper certificate, that's fine. You need to present that certificate with your ID when you enter. They are checking at the airport. At least that's my understanding. Some people said they weren't checked. Some people said they were. I guess it depends on your airline. Some airlines are probably checking and maybe that's the reason why, but just be prepared for that. If you're not coming from one of those places, then you're going to need to take a test to enter. And again, it can be a PCR test or a rapid test. The PCR test needs to be within 72 hours of arrival, not departure. Same with the 24-hour rapid test, it needs to be from arrival. So you need to figure out the timing. The other issue that has sort of been clarified recently is the expiration date of the vaccination. I say expiration because that's really not the greatest term, but that's sort of what we're calling it. So if your first 2 doses were within the last 9 months, you're good. You don't need to worry about either getting boosted or taking a test to get in. If your if your 2 vaccines were over 9 months ago, you need to have either taken a booster or you're gonna need to take a test to get in. Because in the EU, the vaccines expire after 9 months and it is required that you get a booster so that you can do the things as a vaccinated person. I know a lot of people have only gotten 2 and they're either not going to get the 3rd or they just got the 2nd recently, so they don't really need to get the 3rd yet. So you need to check the timing of your vacation and your vaccines. So just something to keep in mind, that if you've only had 2, you need to check the dates and see if they're gonna jive when you're coming to Greece. What about traveling around in Greece? There are a lot of things that you cannot do if you're not vaccinated. You can't eat inside, you can't go into most stores. I realized as I was editing this, I had said this wrong. So this is editing Tiffany coming to tell you that if you're not vaccinated, you will still only be able to eat outdoors. You will not be able to go into any museums. You can do outdoor archaeological sites though. So if you're not vaccinated and you want to do those outdoor things, you will need to take a rapid test. It can be a rapid test. It does not need to be a PCR test. A lot of the pharmacies offer a rapid test. It probably takes an hour to get one done. I haven't done one at a pharmacy. I've done one at a lab, and it took about an hour to get the results back. So, but it's something that you want to be aware of because you don't want to get here and go, well, I was able to get in and now I can't do anything. So I would just keep that in mind, that if you're coming unvaccinated, you're probably going to have to take tests every couple of days so that you can do the things that you want to do, including eating out. Even outdoors, they are checking. So you just need to keep that in mind. The other thing is that if you're traveling on the metro or if you're in a supermarket, you need to be wearing an N95, an FFP2 mask, or wearing a double mask. That is still required. The other thing is you need to either be vaccinated or take a rapid test before you get on a flight or a ferry to travel within Greece. That is still in place. And right now they have not announced when that may change for this summer's tourist season, because every May after Orthodox Easter, they have made these announcements eliminating some of those things. However, they have not done that yet. Now, they have said in the news they are drafting the plan for lifting of restrictions, and it will either start in May or come out in May. It's been sort of unclear to me about when that announcement is going to be made. As soon as it is, I will put a link in the community tab about what that is, and then in the May video, I will come on and make an update. I don't really want to speculate on what it is that they will change, but it will probably be things like you won't need to be vaccinated to be inside, things like that. I don't think the restrictions on getting into Greece are going to change. I still think that's going to go on for a little bit longer, and I do think that wearing masks inside will probably remain for a while, until numbers sort of start to improve. The numbers have been sort of high for a while here, and it's just because I know that the Omicron and then the Omicron B2, I'm not sure of the name of this new variant, is, they're highly contagious, although hopefully not as serious. And since more people are vaccinated than they were last summer, it's less of a concern than it was last year, because I think the number of people in hospital and the people in the ICU in the hospital are much lower, and the government feels more comfortable letting people sort of run around unmasked. Thank goodness, because in the summer wearing a mask here is not comfortable. I think I've answered everybody's questions that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks in this video, but of course, if you have any more questions, please ask me in the comments below. The links to the official website are going to be down in the description box. The link to my website with a list of labs is also down there. So if you want to look up some stuff before you ask me, those are down there, but of course you can still ask me. I will definitely do my best. I don't always have all of the answers because I can't always tell the future. I wish I could. And I will let you know what I can find out. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.